Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I've got the review for WIGSHE 030. WIGSHE sent this wig to me so I could review it for all of you. It is listed currently on their website for $494.99. I do have a coupon. I do have an affiliate link or a coupon code, Marlene 10, and that will save you 10%, so we'll bring the cost down about $50. You don't have to use it, but I need to let you know that it is an affiliate, and if you do use it, I thank you. I'm going to add the picture from the stock photo up here, and you can determine for yourself. Does it look like the stock photo? In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump right into the unboxing. Then I'll show you what it looks like as soon as I washed it. I've done a few videos to be able to do this for you. Then I'll show you how I straightened it after it dried. I want to give you as much information as I possibly can as far as the wig is. And then I'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts on it, what I really think, because as all of you know, it doesn't matter to me when the wigs are sent. I always let the brands and the retailers know that I will always give my honest opinion, and that's all it is. It is just my opinion, and if they don't agree, then I ask them not to send me the wig. That's basically how I choose to do things. All right, it just arrived. Here is the box, how it arrives. Nicely packaged. It's in a nice little bag. They included a wig grip and a note card. And this was in another box. Okay, this is straight out of how it arrived. As you can see, the lace isn't cut or anything. It's all lace, multi-directional parting. Goes all the way from ear tab to ear tab. We have a comb at the crown, pressure clips at the ear tabs, which you could use or not. We have an extended nape with a clip. The wefts are covered, and there is a bit of stretch to it. We also have hook type adjusters. I'll try it on and then I'm going to go wash it. The hair feels nice and soft and silky. There seems to be a bit of box hair, which is normal. Seems a little bit dense right at the part. Okay, please remember that I haven't cut the lace yet, but I'll zoom you in so you can see what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna go wash it. I'll be right back. All right, I washed it last night and I let it dry. It's now almost 2 o'clock, so it's been drying for quite a while, and I wanted to show you how it dried. Just with a slight wave. There is a slight frizz to it, but I think that it's expected because we have bleached hair here. So we do have a little bit of frizz. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think that if I added even some product to it, I think it would look really nice just with that slight wave that it has. I like it. Yeah, it was really important to me to show you what it looked like when it dried. That it doesn't dry totally straight. Feels really, really soft. All right, I'll be back. I've washed the wig, and as you saw previously, and I've had it hanging up to dry, I did cut the lace on it. So right now what I'm going to do is I am going to put it on my wig stand and I am going to straighten it. The reason why I want to come back on with it like this is because sometimes with human hair wigs, if you are a wig wearer of human hair wigs, sometimes we have wigs that will dry straight or only slightly wavy. This one dried with a lot of waves to it. I want to make you aware of that. I want to make it as clear as I possibly can that at least with this sample, it does not dry straight. It dries quite curly, or there is a little bit of frizz, which I have no idea if this is Remy human hair. I don't have a microscope. Therefore, I can't look at it under a microscope to see if all the cuticles are going in the same direction. I will say that they, according to the brand, according to WIGSHE, this is Chinese hair. When I investigated it a little bit further, I asked them, when we're talking about Chinese hair, we are talking about that it can be sourced from different Asian countries. I want to make you aware of that. All right, now let's straighten her out and see what it looks like. Okay, I know my camera's further back, but I wanted you to be able to see. I started on the bottom layer, and I wanted you to see how it's coming along. Basically, what I did, I divided the hair right at the wefts, which is pretty much what I do with my heat-friendly fiber wigs that have wefts, not with the hand-tied. But I can do this with the wefted one, and we have wefts here. So I started with the very bottom layer, and I have my flat iron at 320 degrees, and I used the Beauty Mark, what is this called? The Miracle Protect. This is the only one I have. It's a heat protectant. You could use any heat protectant that you have on hand. Now this is like watching paint dry. So I am going to just lower one layer here just to show you. If you've ever flat ironed your hair or a wig, a synthetic, this is no different. So what I do is I just take a small section, I spray the section with the heat protectant, and then I come with the flat iron, and I basically do the same thing that I do with my heat-friendly fibers, or even with when I had my hair long. I don't hold the flat iron in place very long in order for it not to damage the hair. This won't go, this is as tall as it'll go. So basically just go, and then when I get to the end, I kind of flip it in just to give it that curved in appearance at the bottom. Again, just take small pieces at a time and run it through. And once you get one layer done, you have a section right here that I still need to do. So once you have one layer completed, then you could bring down another layer and just continue repeating the process. So I'm going to take this piece right here, and I do it in very small sections, and that way I don't have to go over it as many times. So I spray the section that I'm going to be working on, spray it all the way just to protect it from the heat, comb it through, and then and it'll sizzle a little bit, but that's normal. And I give it a few pass-throughs just until I have it just the way I like it. And of course, if you prefer to use a curling iron, if you want some curls, you could add that as well. I think it's doing a look at that, really nice movement. And I think it's taking the flat iron really well and straightening out. You saw how it was before and the difference it is now. And I haven't gone over it so many times. I mean, I've just taken each section and maybe gone over it 2 or 3 times because I just wanted it really straight. So again, then I just go to the next layer. So it does take a bit of time. I listen to a book while I'm doing this. I'll show you this section and then I'll turn the camera off and finish it off, and then I'll come back. But spray the section and use the flat iron. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish what I have left. The color, as I mentioned, at 030 is described as an ashy blonde ombre with medium brown roots. I agree with everything that they're saying, but it is a medium brown root, and actually these roots I think are probably a little bit lighter or ashier rather than it doesn't have any warmth to them. So something for you to keep in mind. And I think that they are absolutely correct that it is an ashy blonde. I think if you like ashy blondes, you will certainly love this color. Let me show it to you on all sides. Okay, my thoughts. I had absolutely no problem with when I was straightening it. I did have to go over it a few times when I added the heat protectant and then went over it with the flat iron. I kept the flat iron at 320. When I reached out to WIGSHE to ask them what products I could use, they said the same products that I use on my bio hair. Since this hair is obviously bleached, we're going to get some frizziness. I just put a small drop of the Moroccan oil on my hand and I just went through the ends, and that took care of the frizziness. No problem there. You don't have to use Moroccan oil. There are lots of other oils on the market for bio hair that do the same thing, and probably at a lower price point. As far as the density on this wig, it's 120%. Wigs that I have that are 120% usually feel a little bit lighter. This one feels as if it has a bit more hair to it. Nevertheless, and I only say that because I had to go through so many of the layers. I think with a budget-friendly wig, such as we find on this one, we have to, my suggestion is always to watch as many reviews as you possibly can, because remember, I only have this one wig that was sent to me. I have no other wig sheet to compare it to. I could only go by this one. So if there are some differences, you might want to be aware of it. Who is a wig like this for? I think that if you are starting out with human hair wigs, starting with a budget-friendly one is really the way to go, because you don't know, these wigs do require some care, unlike our synthetics. Our synthetics are real throw and goes. With our human hair, while we certainly do not have to wash it as often as we do with our bio hair, because they don't produce any oils. From everyone that I have spoken to, all the different brands, their suggestion is to only wash it once a month. I live in Florida. I think the humidity capital of the United States, and I haven't experienced any frizziness with any of my human hair, including this one. And that is something that I always thought would happen with my human hair wigs. I don't know why I thought that. I thought maybe because that's how my own hair responded to the environment, to the weather, but I haven't had that issue. So if you are starting with human hair, you want to see, okay, is this something that I like? Going with a budget-friendly wig is a great way to start. The other thing, that even though they're budget-friendly, they're going to last a lot longer than our synthetics. While our synthetics, if we wear them every single day, 10 hours a day, we might be looking at 2 or 3 months. And as many of you know, there are many synthetics out there that are going to have a higher price point than this one that I'm showing you. While our synthetics will with everyday wear, regardless of how much we care for them, their lifespan is very short. While on a human hair wig, we can wear it maybe up to 8 months or a year, depending on the care, depending how many hours. So we are looking at a much longer lifespan on one of these wigs, even with the budget friendlies. I have one of the budget friendlies. Granted, I don't wear the same wig every day, so it's difficult for me to really say to you, oh yeah, you could wear this wig every single day and it's going to last. I can't say that because I don't wear the wig every day. I have some that are blends, human hair, synthetic blends, and those wigs could be $1,000, could be $1,200, $1,500 for some of them. So I think that when we're looking at one with a lower price point, I think that that's a great way to really know if this is something that you like. I cut the lace. I always cut the lace really pretty narrow, but I think WIGSHE did a really, really good job with the lace. Usually human hair wigs are meant to be taken to the stylist and have them styled as you like. So while yes, you could always get a wig, a human hair wig that already has some layers in it. Sometimes some manufacturers, the ones that sell the wigs at very high prices, will add that customization. If you want to save some money, then going with a wig such as this one, you can take it to your stylist and have them shape it as you like. On that note, I am going to leave my friend Monica's Beauty and Lifestyle. I will leave the link to her video listed down below. Monica also received a wig from WIGSHE in a slightly different color. It's still an ashy, it's still an ombre, but it's slightly different than mine. Hers is also shorter. Monica did two videos. She did one with her unboxing of her WIGSHE, and then she did a follow-up where she took it to the stylist and she takes us through her stylist cutting and styling the wig. It turned out absolutely beautiful. Once again, please do your research. Please watch lots of videos. I will leave the link to I always forget the number, 030. I will leave the link for it down below along with my discount code. I would like to get another one in a brunette, because if we wear a brunette is not going to have the bleaching process as this one did. So I really would like to see how they compare with one another. We'll see. I may just do that. Thank you, everyone. Let me know what you think. If you have a WIGSHE, if you have experience with a WIGSHE, please leave it down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, and it will also help the other viewers. I hope that everyone is having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.